Good morning, guys. My name is Pile. My surname is Hlatshwayo. Today's lessons will be based on the logical connectors. Some they call it transitional signals. Guys, sometimes when we are writing our essays or when we are writing a certain paragraph, we need to know the proper transitional signal that's supposed to be used, and we need to know where to put them and when. I know a lot might be asking themselves, what are logical connectors? In no time, we are about to find out what are logical connectors and why do we actually need them when we do paragraphing or when we write our paragraphs. What are they? As I said, why do we need them? These are the following reasons why do we actually need to have proper transitional signals when we write our paragraphs. Okay. 1. They help us to join ideas and show how those ideas are related to one another. They also help us to organize our ideas. They also make it easier for the reader to follow. As I've explained to you guys, why do we need to use transitional signals when you write a paragraph? I want you guys to tell me or to do this following exercise. It's gonna be a short exercise, but I think you'll be able to find a way in this exercise. Okay. Sorry guys for that. Okay. This is an example. Life in Israel is challenging. Full stop. Life in Israel can be really exciting. We have two different sentences here, but we need to use a proper transitional signal or a proper connector to connect the two ideas and make one sentence. Okay. Despite the fact that life in Israel is challenging, it can be really exciting. You see guys, here I have used the word despite as to combine these two different sentences. I think we are following. You can also use this transitional signal even though life in Israel is challenging, it can be easily exciting. Basically, you are telling the reader that the fact that life in Israel is challenging, but it can be exciting. So you are using a proper transitional signal to combine the two different ideas. Life in Israel is challenging, however, it can be exciting. Although, however, those are different connectors that we have used to connect this sentence. You can also use this one. Life in Israel is challenging, therefore it can be very exciting. Okay guys, I think we are following. We are about to do a variety of them. We're going to do some examples. I think by the end of this lesson, everyone will be clear onto how to use transitional signals and when to use them, and we use them to join which ideas, because you need to ask yourself a question. Okay, basically I'm going to use these particular transitional signals to join which two different ideas. That's supposed to be the question that you need to ask yourself. And after using the proper transitional signals, you need to reread the sentence, rearrange it so that it will make sense to you. Okay, these are the examples, guys. I want you to try and link these sentences. I went to a party, full stop. The music wasn't good. I decided to stay away. I met my friends. We had a great time. These are different sentences, guys, but I want you to be able to use connectors as to make them give us a particular sense. Okay. I went to a party, but the music wasn't good. I decided to stay away because I met my friends and we had a great time. You see, guys, we used but, we used because, and we also used and. Ne? I think that part is clear to everyone. Okay, let's proceed. Can you find a different way to link these sentences? Going to each and every one of you to try and find a way of linking these sentences. These are the sentences. This is what we did. I went to a party, but we didn't. The music wasn't good. I decided to stay away because I met my friends and we had a great time. Okay, fine. Use different connectors and change the order of the sentences. I went to a party. Even though the music wasn't good, I decided to stay. Eventually, we had a great time because I met my friends. You see, guys, here we try to change the order of the sentences. At the same time, we fit the proper transitional signals or logical connectors. Right. These are some examples of connectors that we use when we are adding something, when we are adding another idea. It's additionally, furthermore, in addition to, moreover, similarly, likewise, in the same way, besides, not only, but also. Right. Let's see if you can add some connectors in this following paragraph. Learning English is important. It is a useful language. It is the international language. You can get a job. You can travel around the world. You can communicate with people all over the world. Guys, let's try to add some connectors in this paragraph. Okay? Just pay attention as we go by. Right. And we need to see where can we add some connectors. Right. This is it now. This is it. This is it. Alright. Alright. Sorry. Okay. Try to do this because right. Learning English is important and useful. Besides, it is the international language. More, you can get a good job traveling around the world. You can go all over the world. Wow, so interesting, guys. Hey, all right. Okay, let's proceed. Other connectors that you can use. The connectors of construct when we are constructing between two ideas. However, nevertheless, even though, in despite of, right, in contrast to, on the other hand, whereas, while, on the contrary. Right, I think we are writing them down, but it's fine. You also have some on your study guide. You also can upload some on evening. Okay, guys, if you are you are using a transitional signal, however and therefore, please don't forget to put a comma after it. I don't like when it rains, comma. However, we desperately need water in Israel. Okay, guys. I'm gonna do this thing nicely. Okay. I don't like when it rains. However, comma, we desperately need water in Israel. Or you can write, I don't like when it rains. However, we desperately need water in Israel. I think, guys, we can clearly see what I'm talking about here. Alright. This is another thing that I want you to do for me. Please make sure that you never ever make this mistake, because maybe one day when you're writing your test, you'll be in a situation whereby you have to do this thing in a proper way. Although, even though, mean, despite, in despite of, mean. Guys, when you are given a sentence like this one, you don't have to write the full sentence as it is. You used a noun phrase. How? Okay. Although that I hate rainy days, we desperately need water in Israel. That one is not correct, guys. This is the correct format. Although I hate rainy days, we desperately need water in Israel. You don't have to write although that, but you just need to give me, or you just have to use a noun phrase. Don't use a complete sentence. Please don't. Let's take another sentence where we'll use despite. This is the wrong format. I'll read out loud. Despite that it was rain, we went for a walk. Despite the rain, we went for a walk. I think we are clear, guys. Okay. And I also gave you some practice exercises which you can just write, then check yourself, check your level of understanding clear, and check whether when you meet this thing one day you will be able to fit in a proper logical connectors. Okay, sorry for that, okay. Right. Proceed. These are the connectors of cause and effect. Therefore, consequently, as a result of, thus, for this reason, because of, in order, so that. Okay. Connectors of sequence, first in the first place, secondly, third, etc., next, afterwards, after that, eventually, finally, before that, beforehand. Other connectors, fortunately, unfortunately, luckily, obviously, for example, for instance, such as okay. Since now we did this thing, I think you guys will be able to do this following assignment. I'm not going to do it with you, but what I will do, I'll simply extract some few possible answers from it. This is your first assignment, but I'm also going to upload it on eFundi, right? These are the possible answers. Okay, second assignment. Okay, this is the second assignment, guys. I want you to write down to write a paragraph explaining a recent decision you've made and the reason behind it. Use at least 4 connectors. When we meet on our next sessions, I think you'll be able to give me this work, and I think you will enjoy watching this video. Have a lovely day. Thank you.